Title: The Reckoning. After 15 years of marriage, my wife dressed for a night out, preparing for a date with her lover. She leaned close, her breath warm against my ear, and whispered, "Jake, I need to feel young and wild again tonight." What she didn't realize was that her bags were already packed. The locks had been changed. And her lover's wife? She sat waiting at a restaurant, divorce papers in hand, ready for them both. When Emily told me she wanted to feel wild again, I knew those words weren't meant for me. But what she didn't know, I was about to twist her dream night into her worst nightmare. The perfect facade. Jake, a devoted contractor from suburban Ohio, had spent 15 years building what seemed like an idyllic life with Emily. 2 children, family dinners filled with laughter, a marriage that had weathered storms and sunshine alike. But lately, the cracks had begun to show. The warmth between them had faded, replaced by something colder, something secretive. Late-night work calls, texts in behind cupped hands, the glow of her phone screen in the dark, long after they should have been asleep. Jake noticed. He always noticed. When he asked, her answers were vague, deflections wrapped in half-truths. Just tired. Work stress. The more he pressed, the wider the distance grew. He told himself it was temporary. A rough patch. Something they'd fix, like they always had. But Emily's yearning for recklessness wasn't just a phase. It was a detour, one that would lead to betrayal, heartbreak, and a twist neither saw coming. The unraveling. Jake's suspicions sharpened with every change. She smiled at her phone more, never sharing the jokes. Dressed up more, never explaining why. Then came the night. He overheard her murmuring in the hallway, soft, intimate words meant for someone else. Later, a glimpse of a message sealed it. "Can't wait to see you." His stomach dropped. Paranoia took root. He tracked the inconsistencies. Errands that stretched too long, sudden girls' nights. Hours lost excuses. Each clue carved deeper into his trust. The truth was inescapable. Alone in their living room, Jake replayed 15 years of love, loyalty, and laughter. The weight of it crushed him. But beneath the grief, a cold, quiet resolve. He would uncover the truth. No matter the cost, a calculated strike. A reckless confrontation would only breed chaos. So Jake chose precision instead. In that moment of cold clarity, a revelation struck him. Emily's lover was married too. The discovery ignited an idea. Why face Emily alone when he could forge an alliance? He reached out to the other betrayed spouse, a woman drowning in the same suspicions. Together, they'd unravel the truth and force accountability. As the plan crystallized, Jake's anguish hardened into resolve. The stage was set for a confrontation that would shatter illusions and rewrite futures. Silent preparations. With Emily's affair now undeniable, Jake moved like a shadow. He bided his time, waiting until she was upstairs, lost in the ritual of primping for her date, oblivious to the storm gathering below. Step 1. Erasure. He packed her belongings methodically. Each folded blouse, each pair of shoes tossed into suitcases, was a silent severance. The bags by the door weren't just luggage. They were a boundary. Step 2. Exile. The locksmith's drill bit into the front door, its whine drowning his heartbeat. Every turn of the new key whispered, "You don't belong here anymore." Step 3. Alliance. The call to the other wife was surreal. Their shared fury crackled through the phone. 2 strangers, bonded by betrayal, plotting justice over the restaurant table where their spouses would soon sit. The calm before. As the clock ticked toward reckoning, an eerie calm settled over Jake. The tempest of grief had quieted into something sharper, a blade of purpose. Chaos would come, but tonight, he held the reins. Emily's last performance. Across the house, Emily hummed as she styled her hair, her reflection glowing with anticipation. She chose the dress he hadn't seen in years, the one that clung to her like a second skin. Every dab of perfume, every adjusted strap was a celebration. She never noticed the suitcases, never heard the locks click, never saw the text Jake sent the woman waiting at the restaurant. The last charade. Emily fussed with her earrings, tossing out flimsy excuses about some important event she was attending. As her hand touched the doorknob, She paused, throwing Jake a smirk that once might have charmed him. I need to feel young and wild again tonight. The words landed like a knife between his ribs, but his face betrayed nothing. He held her gaze, silent as a tomb, until the door snapped shut behind her. Through the window, he watched her car vanish down the street. 15 years dissolved in the space of a breath. First dances in their crappy apartment, scraped knees bandaged at 2 a.m., whispered dreams under shared blankets. The grief rose like a tide, but Jake didn't drown. He let it crash, then he let it pass. The unmasking. At the restaurant, the lover arrived first, expecting candlelight and stolen touches. Instead, his wife sat waiting, divorce papers fanned across the table like a dead man's hand. Her voice sliced through the clatter of silverware. "Sit. We're not done." Patrons stared as the man's face drained of color. Then Emily swept in radiant until she saw the scene. Her steps faltered. The lover's wife stood, holding up a phone lit with damning texts. No screams, no theatrics. Just ice-cold clarity. You picked the wrong husband to steal. Emily's fantasy crumbled in real time. The aftermath. Jake sat in there, his living room, phone buzzing relentlessly on the table. "Emily, it's not what you think. Emily, let me explain. Emily, you're overreacting." He watched the notifications pile up, deleted them unread. Across town, the lover's wife made sure their humiliation was visible. Receipts, timestamps, even the hotel confirmations. Emily's lies withered under the glare of truth, the rebirth. For Jake, the chaos wasn't an ending, it was an excavation. Yes, he'd lost marriage, but he'd reclaimed something fiercer. Himself. No more walking on eggshells. No more parsing half-truths. Just a clean, sharp air of honesty. As dawn crept in, he realized betrayal had been the wrecking ball. Dignity was a foundation he'd rebuild on. Final words to the audience. Jake's story ends here, but yours continues. What would you have done? Walked away sooner? Fought harder? Share your thoughts below. If this journey moved you, join our community. Hit subscribe, not just for stories, but for conversations that matter. Ring the notification bell so you never miss a moment. Because the best endings, they're always new beginnings.